Titanis Kamizats. Hey, what's up, guys? Ay. Ginabi na tayo sa ano, day. Ang tagal lang sa ano. Font Wine of Lucido. Yon, nag-start na siya.
I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but soon gave up on the idea. It's just not right to keep small animals where they won't be able to see the sun.
Seems like the stories here never have a happy ending.
Let's go. Hindi pa nagno-notify yung Twitch natin, oh. Sound check. Let's go. Hindi pa nagno-notify yung Twitch natin, oh. Sound check. Ha, merong sound. Sound check. Hi, get a sweet from the chandelier. You're not my mission right now. Niwasan na kita, pre, ah. Baka sabihin mo, I can't hardly believe it. The world is paradise. Next na si Furina sa banner na to, no? Nako, sana makuha natin siya. Ang konti lang ng ipon natin, day. Gusto ko makuha pati yung weapon.
Let's begin. Time to work.
Ah, still alive you, bro. Look. Hindi niya pa matanggap na deads na siya, naglalakad pa siya. Look at him. Still walking, oo.
Order guide you. Gather.
One with nature.
Silence.
I can hardly believe it. Aba? Meron akong nakita ang konti lang daw ng mga kumuha kay Riosley. Long angas kaya niya, ang magandang DPS din. Mga 13%, one of the lowest yata yung ganon. At least isa ako sa 13%. Angas siya is may main na nga eh. Favorite ko na siya eh. Pag nalaban na agad yung ganyan, ang kanin agad oh.
The wind knows it.
Aba,
Let the mighty be humble.
nangyari dun?
Into the wind.
Settle down.
Sapso ka dyan sa taas, freak. Ay! Ay, ay, ay.
Add Astra. Add Astra. Thank you for.
I'm your little battle fry. Shucks, napuno na yung ano natin ah.
This realm is.
Uy, lapit na yung dalawa.
If you ever.
Ay, 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 ay. Hiyay, hiyay. Waiting for the fries. Bing stuttering na yan, walang silbi naman yan. Pagbagong dating siguro sa place.
Solidified. Time to go to work.
Saktan ko agad.
One with nature.
Shield pa lang ni Zhongli yan. Uy, dendro na walang silbi na basura. Minsan lang magka-dendro, basura pa.
Into the wind.
Now you're testing my patience.
Hindi nag-max passive si Timang eh. Ay, Gio na walang kwenta. Well,
You are stabilized. Welcome here.
One with nature.
Now you're testing my patience.
ito kaya. I'm your little battle fry. HUP. Oh, pero may crit rate. Pen.
You are not welcome here.
Into the wind.
Silence.
Tatamaan tayo ng mga dyan ako.
I'm getting.
We'll meet again.
Ayun, napaka for of Azura naman.
You are not welcome here.
The wind knows.
Bow your head.
I'm getting.
Now you're testing will. Meet again.
Ay. Atak. Bukas may bago ng ano, no? Magre-reset na naman yung ang tawag doon. Abased. Magre-reset yung abased. We're done. Ito yung boring na boring tayo. Fa. Aba?
looks like everyone's here. Now, before we begin, why don't we finish where we left off yesterday?
Is that really the most important part, though, Clorand? Paimon's more concerned about our heavy walls, cold railings, dim light.
I admire the work put into the set. Still, it's obvious the scriptwriter has never paid a visit to the fortress of Merope.
Ay, akala nila.
So this set is going to be a part of the script?
Unfortunately, that is something I can neither confirm nor...
Anyone think Clorand's smile is starting to look kinda...
Well, whatever happens, we'll just have to push on. But first, we should really figure out what to do with this treasure. If we're worried about arousing suspicion because of our identity, why don't we give ourselves a different name?
Yeah, it might be better to keep a low profile. As long as we're helping people, it doesn't matter who we are or what we're called.
Staring at me won't get you anywhere. Or did you want...
Paimon's good. Thanks. Why aren't you saying anything, Navia? Wait,
Oh, this is the short sword Cloran mentioned last night.
Huh. I'm surprised you managed to track it down.
Well, I made sure to take good care of it, considering the circumstances in which you gave it to me. Of course I had to keep it safe. Anyway, where were we? Oh, right. I was just thinking about all the potential ways for us to break out of prison. We could dig a tunnel, or try to bribe the...
Wait, we haven't been thrown into prison yet, have we?
Well, it's only a matter of time. It pays to be prepared. Just like how you should always have an umbrella on hand, even when it's sun.
all right, Paimon's made up her mind. Let's just give the treasure away. Paimon may have wanted to keep it, but if it's going to land us in prison somehow, Paimon will be too upset to enjoy her snacks.
So, you reached an agreement? All right then, we can continue with the story.
Oh, and we'll collect all the scattered pieces of treasure on the ground.
All right. You collect the treasure and make your way back to the capital with your bag of loot. The city is still shrouded in a gloomy, oppressive atmosphere. In places where sunlight struggles to reach, you generously share your wealth with the children, the elderly.
Thank you, kind soul.
The elderly woman's look of gratitude follows you as you walk away, her eyes never leaving your back until you move entirely out of sight. However, there's still quite a bit of Mora remaining. It appears you haven't made much.
She's probably trying to tell us to speed this up. We need to hurry up so we...
Should we go find that man again at the square? He seemed like a pretty responsible guy. I'm sure he knows the people here far better than us.
Oh, good idea!
Just as you start to make way to the square, intent on finding the man again,
Ba't ikaw pumipili? Ako dapat pumipili yan.
Please wait, distinguished guests. Several strange guards suddenly call out to you. They run forward to meet you and proceed to politely...
Greetings, gentlemen. Are we being invited for after...
Surely you jest, my lady. That would not be our place. It is His Excellency the King who requests to meet with you.
Oo, sino yung king?
Do you think this could be a trap?
Well, we have to investigate the court at some point, right? Meeting the king himself would be a fantastic opportunity to do that.
I say we go for it. If something happens, we'll just turn the whole place upside down.
That sounds a little intense.
After a quick discussion, you nod to the guards and agree to follow. They lead you all the way to the audience hall of the gilded tables line both sides of the hall. The space itself is adorned with all manner of expensive antiques, glass shelves, and silver candlesticks. The items appear quite ordinary in size and dimension, yet their presence somehow makes the emptiness of the hall feel even more...
Wow, It's so...
The elderly king, clad in a magnificent robe, he wears above his head a majestic crown, with a gemstone the size of a bird's egg set right at the very front. As you observe it, you see a They're here, your majesty. A man dressed in dark clothes, likely a minister, shields his mouth with his hands, and after a moment, he lowers his hands and stands back up.
The king does not appear entirely aware of his surroundings. The man by his side, though. We should keep a close...
The king remains still
Ay, siya
and
yung
says
king.
nothing. The minister... Esteemed guests, allow me to thank you for coming to our faraway kingdom. Unfortunately, His Majesty the King finds himself quite exhausted from work. I've heard tell that your group, the Marechaussee Hunters, used your exceptional ability with the sword to repel the monsters near the capital. However, seeing that I was not fortunate enough to observe such a feat with my own eyes, you'll forgive me for seeking to verify the truth by speaking.
Well, we've got nothing to hide. You brought us here to talk, right? So...
Yeah, fight agad. Fighting.
The golem's blades were so powerful, they could cut down trees in a single swipe. It took a lot of effort to defeat... Well, that was enough to...
Your account does indeed match those of the survivors. Since you were the ones who defeated the monsters, that must mean you are also in possession of the
Well, we did take the treasure.
How did he know about the treasure?
Then I must ask that you return it at once.
Wait, but didn't you just say that our great deed deserved a reward? Shouldn't the treasure be considered a part?
Yes, that was indeed what I said. But you seem to have forgotten only that which is freely given by the king can be considered a reward. Taking the rightful wealth of a kingdom without said permission, on the other hand.
But that's completely unreasonable.
Yari kayo for na.
Thanks! If it weren't for us, the treasure would still be buried in...
Maybe so, yet the fact remains. You tried to dispose of the treasure without reporting it to the court and without... What? No answer? Surely you're not insinuating
Si ano
that
dapat?
you, a
Si
group of legendary
Navia for ano siya eh.
Marechaussee
Tawag dun?
hunters sought to take
Persuasion.
the treasure for yourself.
Well, what about the king? Is he just gonna let this guy talk for him?
Clad in his magnificent robe, the king remains seated, with his hands resting on either side of the throne.
From the look of things, could the Prime Minister be the evil sorcerer?
Huh?
Or could both the king...
I would like to observe the number of guards stationed.
The guards in the palace appear fully armed, their expressions solemn. Sensing the tense atmosphere in the room, they stand at the ready, each with a hand placed upon the hilt of their sword, as if prepared to draw their weapons and surround you at a moment's notice.
Well, there goes my plan to turn the whole place upside down.
It appears we've been visited by nothing more than a group of ill-intentioned imposters. What a pity. Guards, take them away, and before I decide your fate, however, I must first determine whether you have any...
Can't we try to slip away? Or maybe start some kind of...
If we try to fight the guards or...
Don't worry. At least we figured out who's behind all this. Let's just play it by ear. If you're scared, Paimon, just hold my hand.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks you guys.
You allow yourself to be led away by guards surrounding you on both sides. It's only when you begin to feel drops of water falling from the dungeon ceiling and smell the stench of death and decay all around you. Stay here and don't try any... The guards lock the cell door and leave.
Wait, sir!
Your voice echoes through the dark hall, but the only response you receive...
No!
Carve out a new path of fate with our own two hands, of course.
You reach toward your waist, but find nothing there. You now
What about that knife I hid in my boot?
When did you hide it in there?
When I was thinking about digging a tunnel.
Rejected. You failed to inform the GM of this course of action. Moreover, the guards would have conducted a thorough search before throwing you in.
And the keys to the cell aren't anywhere to be seen.
Correct. You don't even feel a lock hole on the cell door.
Well, there goes all our plans.
Indeed.
Huh? Why are you the one saying indeed?
Because that statement holds true for me as well. This is where the script...
What? But that's a terrible...
Generally speaking, this should be the point where the scriptwriter gives the players some kind of hint, or gives the GM some kind of code for how to...
I mean, maybe they just really wanted us to be immersed in the feeling of being in prison? Like, they'll only show us the way out.
That is a...
If only there were desserts and tea in real prison. Oh, wait, guess it's kind of how the Fortress of Meripede works if...
Oh, before I forget, Navia, I took a closer look, and the craftsmanship doesn't appear to resemble anything from this era. If I remember correctly, that style was last in vogue several...
Wait, Cloran said that sword used to belong to her master, right? Does that mean...
I doubt it. The way she went about things often made her seem childish more than anything. I'd say the sword was most likely an heirloom passed down over time.
Hang on. A precious heirloom passed down to you by your master.
Master left many things to me when she disappeared. There was the sword, an old key, and a good amount of junk she probably just... I gave you the sword back then, because...
What?
Wait, when did this happen
after the duel. Between Mr. Callis and myself.
Before that, Clorand would have meals with us and even stay over at the Spina some days. She was on great terms with after the duel, though. There was a period of time where we simply didn't know how to face each other. She entrusted this sword to me. We were both sad and conflicted, and totally overthinking everything as a result. Whenever I looked at this sword, I couldn't help but wonder if Miss Petronia, back then, it felt like I hadn't just lost a father.
No one can change the past. The most important thing is that you...
Yep.
I'm sorry, you two. I didn't mean to bring up it.
Think nothing of it. No one here is at fault.
Grabe namang ang lakas naman ng ano nun. Ang sulat na yun. Tug 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 tug.
Looks like the next part of our script is here.
Liri?
Perfect timing. The situation was really...
From Claren's face, I really can't tell if it's good news or bad news.
Water continues to drip from the ceiling. In this lightless dungeon, you lack a reliable way to... Eventually, you get used to the unpleasant odor of straw, mold, and rust. And find yourself... Suddenly, you hear footsteps outside...
Heads up, everyone. Someone's...
Gather close, everyone, and keep your voice down.
Sino you? Sino you? Tapos hindi boses ni Clorand, kakaiba.
Who are you?
I work as a guard in these dungeons, but my true identity is the same as your own.
Huh?
Shh. I've already sent away the other guards.
I understand, but how can we...
The king has issued a formal decree. In light of the irrefutable proof of your crime, you're to be executed before tomorrow's sunrise.
Executed? We barely...
Monsters appearing at the same location as the
There will be time for speculation once we're out of here. As for my identity, I have no way to prove that to you. Infiltrating the capital was difficult, and finding a chance to speak with you has taken a lot out of me.
Have you seen our weapons anywhere, sir?
Don't worry, I brought them with me. They're just behind the door. Still, his faction is too powerful. The guards are all under his control, and he's even stationed a number of golems in various rooms to defeat him. You must find a secret vault. It is said that within that vault, the Marechaussee hunters of the past left behind a treasure with the power to defeat the sorcerer.
Wow.
You're not coming with us?
No, I'll remain in the dungeons to deal with the guards. As long as my identity is not revealed, I'll be able to aid you in the final battle.
In that case, please stay safe.
Thank you for your concern. I will do my utmost. As for the location of the vault, here, this...
Got it.
All right, once I open the door, Remember to stick close, and you now have the chance to restore the honor and legacy of the Mara Shosei hunters. So please, and be sure to exercise caution.
With the help of the guard, you successfully escape the dungeons. Your sense of despair and anxiety both seem to fade as you continue your quest.
Wait, we didn't get to use our skills at all while we were in prison. Who knows when we're gonna get the chance to use that cool summon spell?
That is a pity, but we can only continue to move forward.
May kalaban to, no?
Gather! A moment, please.
Head to the secret vault. Where is that, bro? We're here now. Say what now?
This should be the place marked on the.
This bit of rock certainly.
Well, I'd say an invest.
Kaboom.
Wow, you really meant that.
Before you lies a serene stretch of open water. Its surface.
Well, guess this means
Ano to? Magiging canon ba to sa mapa? Ganito ba talaga tong mapa na to?
Oh, what's the matter?
It's. As you step into the cave, you find yourself in an eerily quiet.
wow, this must be where the treasure.
But this door is blocking our way in.
Ay, kay Navia
It
yan ah.
almost looks like it's
Ay,
been
Navia.
here for quite some time. I've got to.
Huh. What have we got down here? A kind of mechanism connected to the door?
Pattern on a stone door. That's something Master mentioned before.
Oh, yung master niya yung may kagagawa nito.
Something wrong?
After a long, difficult journey, you finally arrive at the location indicated by your map. It appears to be an ancient site of some sort, where your surroundings are exceedingly quiet and serene, as if the secret that slumbers here has never once been disturbed. If you listen closely, you can almost convince yourself.
That description makes Paimon feel.
We're doing this for the sake of the people, to free them from the evil sorcerer. I say it's time for this treasure to.
Linny's right. We need to keep going.
Si Lenny
The future
Robredo
of
is
the
right.
kingdom. The next part of the story requires us to solve the puzzle, right?
Yes, that. Something feels off about all this.
Settle down.
Need a hydro. Ito hydros yung borrow. Ah, ito pala.
I found something.
Found something here too.
Same here.
Ang dahilan kung ba Cruz ay upang malaman mo na mahal ka niya.
It worked!
Something just appeared. Some kind of new mechanism.
By solving the puzzles, you prove yours at the end of each puzzle.
With?
With what?
Oh, it must be the key to the big door.
Hot dog.
Is one of the Marachose Hunter keys that are passed down from generation to generation. It is said that 4 keys in total are required to form the final, complete key. And it's... Huh? You hear a few strange noises.
Huh? What's going on?
For the sake of immersion, please close your eyes, everyone. Without the torches, the space is...
But Paimon can still see a little bit over here. Oh, right. Sorry.
Suddenly, you hear this...
There's someone else here.
I've been discovered then.
Wait, that boy.
You recognize the voice as belonging to the guard who led you to this place.
What?
It appears he now covets the treasure for himself.
Oh, so this is just part of the script. Well, if we can't see anything, that means we can't...
Judging by the way he's holding his sword, he must be a real Marachose hunter. But this isn't part of the script.
Retreat! That's not the hunter way. If it's dark for us, then it's dark for him. We choose to fight.
Your choice is noted. Please keep your eyes closed until I tell you the torches have been relit.
You got it!
Well then, let us begin.
Let's begin.
Hunt them down.
I'd like to try to hit him with my sword.
Your strike is successful.
Is he still standing? Goodness, he sure...
Is it over? Can we open our...
The enemy is strong and relent. What about final strike? Ha!
Grabe ka, Clarand. Oh, patay.
Oh, well, did we get him?
Warm fire flickers across the walls once more. Your vision is now clear. In an impressive display of courage, the 4 of you successfully... That look in his eyes. It's like he became an entirely different person as soon as I defeated him.
Huh? Mr. Flory? Oh, wait. We're supposed to be role-playing. I should stay in character.
Florian, saan ko siya nakita?
Speak your name, guard. Why did you leave? Is this treasure really more important to you than...
What kingdom?
Oh.
What peace? Those were nothing but lies. I, Florian, am a true Marachose hunter, descended from...
So he's also using his real name. Or, wait, was that the name?
Then I'm even more confused. If you truly are a Marachose hunter, shouldn't you want to help us just like...
What do you know? In this day and age, there's no glory to be had as a Marachose.
What's that supposed to mean?
My skills were passed down to me by my father. We lived a life of obscurity in the remote wilderness. Still, he devoted everything he had to being a Marachose hunter. And what did he get in return? A life of poverty and pain, and a world that forgot all about him. When he died, not a single person came to mourn his passing. The Marachose hunters were the ones who saved this city. We're heroes. We deserved more recognition.
Is he talking about how no one in the capital seems to remember the hunters and their legacy?
So that's why you want to take the treasure for yourself? You feel like
If you already knew where the treasure was located, why didn't you just come down?
Because I still need.
Only a true Marashose hunter is capable of passing through. As someone who sought to hurt others for his own gain.
Parang sila nag-acting pa rin,
Florian messed up
tapos
right
ito
long
hindi
ago.
na. Parang totoo na.
Okay, but what is this treasure anyway? We've got all the keys.
You're sure you want to...
we've been talking about it for so long.
And we've already defeated Florian, right?
Pesky.
Watch yourself.
Then let's open the door together.
All right.
Totoo na yung acting ni Koya mo Florian, tas kayo nag-acting pa rin kayo.
Before you, the door to the treasure, sealed and undisturbed from... You hear the shrill wail of the door hinge as it rotates for the first time after years of disuse.
It's open! Come on, let's go in! I want to see what's inside!
Ooh, me too.
Ay.
Ugh, uncovering hidden treasure is the most exciting part of adventuring.
A stone tablet? And some shabby weapons?
You call this a treasure vault? Looks more like an abandoned warehouse.
Maybe the troop ran out of budget?
They provided a super immersive experience at the beginning, only to drop the ball at the
Wait, I get it now. Paimon, this is the real Marashose hunter treasure.
What?
This is it? The Marashose Hunter treasure is just a stone slab and some broken swords? I can't believe it. I refuse to believe it!
What?
Whoa, are you...
The Marashose hunter before you appears to suffer a serious mental breakdown. He needs to leave the room for one of you seems to understand the significance of the treasure already. If the rest of you wish to follow suit, you may remain here.
What is the...
The names on the tablet.
May bagong 3-star weapon? Ano yung ginagawa mo dyan?
So, how are you doing?
What?
Do you remember how you got here? Or
I remember now. I brought you here because I wanted to.
you mean these?
Huh?
I could tell something was off the moment I stepped into this cave, so I kept an eye out. I've already dismantled the whole thing.
So the strongest champion duelist in all of Fontaine saved the day once again. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. It would seem your skills as a Marish.
I deserve some answers, don't you think? Tell me why everything you said earlier sounded like the truth. Luckily, your monologue was dramatic enough
Sabi
to
na nga
convince
ba
my
eh,
friends you were just
totoo na siya eh.
I don't know. I just always felt like there was something in my heart that didn't belong to. The feelings about my father and the other Marshose hunters are real. It just wasn't fair. I was angry, bitter that I don't know when it started, but at some point, my anger came to completely consume me.
But if the treasure was all you cared about, why plant all those explosives? Wouldn't they just destroy the treasure and...
I can't remember. My head is a mess. It felt like there was this voice telling me to...
From your description, I suspect you were dealing with a...
Devorator?
Devorator?
Oh, your master... your father, I mean, never talked about it? It was a kind of monster that...
No, I've heard of it. I'm just not sure why you suddenly... Wait, it can't be.
The seal?
My family has served as Marashose hunters for many generations. But the title and swordsmanship weren't the only things passed down over our line. My father instructed me to always watch over that seal and maintain it regularly. He said it had been passed down over a troop, but I neglected that duty after he died.
The Devorator would be a formidable adversary for any mortal being. If you lacked the power to completely destroy it, you could easily fall prey to its influence and corruption. In light of this, some Marashose hunters chose to seal the Devorator away, in the hopes that
I heard it has the power to amplify the obsessions and desires in people's hearts, to the point where they overtake you in time.
And yet, you were able to retrieve 3 of the 4 keys. If I remember correctly, each was in...
One of them belonged to my father. The second I stole from a different hunter. And the third... was one that I snatched while the person was on the way home from the tavern. I know just how strong you are. It's as clear as day to everyone in Fontaine. I observed you from dusk to dawn, but could never find any opportunity to sneak up on you. I never even saw you drink a single glass of liquor. The only way I could think to obtain that last key was to lure you here using your hobby, and then... Oh, I get it now. That monster, it wanted to bury you here alongside the treasure.
I won't comment on anything else, but the script was good.
Siya nagawa ng script?
Well, I did pour my heart and soul into it. The stories my father used to tell me about the glory of the heroic Marashose hunters.
It's more than just a story.
Huh?
You're proud to be a hunter. You're still holding onto that part of yourself.
I have done so many despicable things.
Then explain the purpose of the evil sorcerer in your... Isn't he the true antagonist? The one who sought nothing but his own gain, and used the people as pawns to attain it?
But I've already tainted my sword.
Wake up, Florian. Remember how you introduced your... Do you really think the hunters acted out of a desire for honor and glory? Or to be loved and acknowledged by the people? What did your father teach you about our...
Ano yung tsura niya nung Florian na siya? Parang iba yung appearance
You do
niya,
not
no?
wield your sword for yourself, but to protect those you serve. There's nothing special about a blade. It's the intent. Do you still not understand? Even after seeing the treasure for yourself? The contents of that room, they...
You're right. I am a
I wouldn't be so quick to push aside...
I know. That's a charge I won't bother to defend.
Good. Then, come with me. And help me see the script through to...
Huh? See the script through to the...
Never finished it, huh?
No, I mean, I wrote the script with the sole purpose of luring you all here.
Then we'll just have to keep writing it. The evil sorcerer still...
You mean the Devorator? Are you...
Is that really so hard? You've already written most of it. Surely you can write an ending where the hunters win and justice prevails. I'll be...
You aren't afraid your party will fall into danger?
I know what my friends are capable of, and they're all quite skilled. Besides,
Tama,
I need
fighting.
Then, are you going to...
I don't intend to spoil the fun. Sometimes, protecting dreams and fantasies is more important.
Fighting. Shit.
They're back!
while.
Ahem! My fellow Marachose hunters, please forgive me, for I have...
Tone it down.
Sorry. After crossing swords with you and witnessing your courage in battle, I've rediscovered my true self and...
Oh, do I smell a redemption?
Alam ni Farina eh, no?
I confess, I was brainwashed by the evil sorcerer. He asked me to lure you here so he could bury...
That little... Wait, you're saying all of that? What?
That's right. He's adept at manipulating the hearts and minds of the people. I've...
Huh. And how are you going to prove that you're a changed man? We're not going to...
To be perfectly honest, I only came to my senses after seeing the treasure. It reminded me the treasure was actually...
The names of all the Marachose hunters from ages past and their weapons?
Wait, you already...
Of course. Don't underestimate a veteran role player's exploration skills. Oh, wait,
We just finished reading through the content of the stone tablet.
That tablet recorded the lives of some fascinating people. For example, she inherited the responsibilities of the Golden Hunter and passed judgment on many people. But in private, she had a very easygoing personality. Her favorite pastime was singing and dancing with her friends.
Siguro Farina.
And she was said to have a beautiful...
So, she was just like you.
Oh, you really think so?
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose I also have a few things in common with this Walter. Working as an executioner, he supposedly used a countless number of tricks to confound his enemies in battle. Oh, if only I could have seen...
Their lives were all so exciting. You could write so many cool books about their accomplishments. How...
Because they chose to be. To hunt monsters that only appear in the shadows, you must also operate in the dark. To be a Marachose hunter is to willingly give up.
Then this stone tablet must have been left behind by their companion.
That's right. Few Marachose hunters ever revealed their identity to the public. They always... The only time they spoke of their accomplishments would be at night, when they gathered with their fellow hunters in front of the bonfire to share stories.
So, this tablet was created not so that the hunters would be remembered by the people.
No wonder this place was so well hidden.
You regard the stone tablet in solemn silence. The names of your comrades etched onto its surface, the tablet proves that, although a hunter walks a shrouded path, it is not a solitary one. There will always be those who walk beside you, a fact that remains as true today as in ages. Their legacies shall continue to be passed down from generation to generation, as everlasting as the stone into which their name...
Father, you once told me that I should seek out the treasure if I ever became lost. Thank you, my friend. You are very kind. I implore you, everyone, please give me a chance to make up for all I've done. Allow me to fight alongside you and defeat the evil sorcerer.
Well, I say we let you join.
Sounds good to me too. Everyone makes mistakes.
I have no objections, but Mr. Flory...
When he took over my mind, I gained some insight into his thoughts.
Huh? He's afraid of the...
What if the secret's hidden inside the... GM? Permit...
What kind of investigate?
At first glance, the weapons appear absolutely ordinary.
Oh.
But as you observe them, these blades have slain countless monsters. Though it's been a long time since they were used in battle, their edges remain sharp. As if
Dollar
they're
sword na
simply
naman
waiting for the next worthy hunter.
So basically, take these with us, right?
Oh.
I'll take this weapon, since it used to belong to Est. Maybe it'll find comfort in being held by someone who appreciates the arts.
OMG Farina, nahawa ka na kay ano.
Good idea. I'll take Mr. Walter's bow then. From one archer magician to another.
Paimon's gonna pick a cool weapon.
Wala kay Navia, walang claymore.
As you grip your weapons, You can almost feel the will of past hunters coursing through your being. It's a feel.
Mr. Florian, do you know where to find?
I was able to see his surroundings when our minds were connected. I believe he's currently hiding out at the church in the kingdom. We must be extremely careful. He's spent so long.
Then why don't we explore some more and try to find some higher level gear?
No. We have to strike now. He was greatly weakened when I managed to break out of his control. If we...
I agree with Mr. Florian. We've got to act while we have the advantage. Don't forget, the people...
Yeah, now that we've got a plan, there's no point in waiting.
Yes. That's what's called... Yes, that's exactly...
Alright, you've persuaded.
Mr. Florian, please...
Of course.
He had to set up so many scenes today. Now he has to join in for this last part. I really don't envy his...
Finally, you decide to slay the evil sorcerer and bring peace back to the... As you walk away, you feel the gaze of the stone tablet at your back, as if all the hunters of the past...
Dang layo naman yan.
Finally, you arrive at the church Florian. As you approach, an ominous aura surrounds...
How strange. This uneasy feeling seems so...
Now, it is time for the final battle.
Let's go!
Let Ghost.
Florian, wait.
What's wrong?
I think you should wait outside. You've already been corrupted by the Devorator once. It could easily re-enter your mind. I don't think it's a good idea for you to be this close. If it corrupts you again, it's...
That's exactly why I have to go. Why I should be at the very front.
You mean...
Yes. I intend to...
That's too risky. If things get out of hand, I might have to kill you.
I understand, but if I do this, you'll have a clear and visible target. The Devorator will have a hard time passing up a chance to enter a body it knows how to control. You won't have to worry about any of your friends being taken over. You're not like me, Miss Clorand. You're a just and powerful Marachose hunter. The monster broke free due to my error. It's only right that I shoulder the responsibility for its destruction. This is... something that... Consider it a duel to restore my honor. My only
Then, as a champion duelist, I hereby accept your request for a duel, and extend to you my most sincere regards. The battle is now upon us. Let the Devorator once again tremble under the blade of the Marachose.
You mean... Lahat ng laban mangyayari sa loob. Late-late ng bahay. Oh!
So lifelike.
Oh! Sabog!
This foe is not invincible. You hold the treasure. The power to defeat it in your own 2 hands.
The treasure? You mean... The names. It's the Marshose Hunters' names.
How are we supposed to...
You forget, Paimon? There's still one skill we saved until the very end.
Hunters.
Summon!
But to aid the people whenever they are summoned.
Walter the Marashose Hunter, master of 1,000 tricks, executioner of the Phantom Hunters. I call for aid!
Est.
Est, the Marshose Hunter, inheritor of Cassiodor's will, judge of the Shadow Hunters. Answer my call! Petronia, protector of justice and order. The hunter I respect the most. Thank you for saving my friend, the best one I'll ever know. Please, lend us your strength.
We have come to answer your summons. And so, the monsters were eradicated, and the sorcerer was defeated. Peace soon returned to the capital. Those in the court
Namatay siya, no?
manipulated by the sorcerer. Some remembered the names of the heroes who saved their kingdom, but others simply continued their lives none the wiser. Such is the story of the Marashose Hunters. They will always protect the city and those within it, even should all memory of their accomplishments be...
I am assuming we...
Yes, you've reached one of the better endings.
It's a pretty solid story overall. I thought it was just an ordinary adventure at first, but the further we got in, that final battle especially, all the effects...
Oh, right. Yeah. Totally.
That's a really good point. I never expected the weapons we picked up from that vault would have that kind of...
Yeah, mine nearly scared the daylights out of me when it started glowing. I took a good look at it after we got out, but I don't think it... Oh! We should probably give these props back.
Did you have a good time?
Of course. Let me know if another...
Sure, no problem.
Then I'll head back for now. I think I need some time to fully digest everything. Once Mr. Florian is awake, please pass on my regards to him. He must be extremely exhausted.
You're right. He's had a lot to deal with.
Well, see you all some other time.
Dee-dee-dee.
Okay, so... Can I ask now?
I think it should be fine. Yeah.
What in the world was going on back there?
So you...
That time in the cave when you told us to close our eyes, it'd be weirder if we didn't notice anything.
I was dying of curiosity the entire time. I mean, you did a pretty bang-up job of pretending nothing had gone wrong. Farina actually looked like she thought all of it was planned.
Guess none of us wanted to be the one to break the...
What are you all talking about?
Hindi si Paimon lang din nakakaalam. Ay, siya din?
Oh, wait. Don't tell me you never... Ugh, this is all my fault. It's not too late to cover...
Bit late.
You're saying everything that happened back there wasn't actually part of this...
It's probably more accurate to say this was never a real scripted story to begin.
What?
So loud.
Hey, you! Get up right now and explain yourself!
No shaking, please!
Did Paimon just hear that right? You guys made up that... It's not nice to lie to people, but Paimon's gotta admit, that was a really good story, Florian. Oh, and nice improvisation, Florian!
Yeah, It was like watching a magician improvise a spectacular magic trick.
If Paimon knew something was wrong with that vault, she would have floated straight in the opposite direction.
Everything was under control.
As if you've ever described a situation as being out of control. I'm pretty sure any situation you consider to be easy to handle would scare a reasonable person.
Guess I'm just used to it.
You must run into a lot of unexpected situations then. That explains why you're so good at coming up with things on this.
As for you,
I know there's no excuse for what I did. I'll turn my...
I would say you've already suffered more than enough. You may have been blinded by fame and fortune in the beginning, but your actions during the final battle had proven you'll be far more used to the city above ground than below. Your job as a hunter is...
But...
Of course, you'll still need to take the keys and pay a personal visit to the 2 hunters you wronged. Prepare to... As far as I'm concerned, though, your showing in the duel was enough to prove your honor.
Then I'll do Thank you so much, everyone. I'll do my best to prove myself worthy of the second chance you've given me. I swear, until we meet again.
Speaking of Marashose hunters, what should we do about the
Leave it be.
Are you sure? We could show it to people, make it so that the hunters are remembered.
No.
You don't want to be remembered.
Every name on that tablet made the same choice. I am no exception. My identity as a Marashose hunter is not something I need people to remember. I wish only to be recognized as a...
That's certainly very different from the path of a magician.
Wait, Paimon just remembered something. If there were no special effects involved...
That's because the Marashose hunters of ages past would often imbue their weapons with special enchantments to suppress the monsters. Whenever a monster was...
Oh, so that's why they had an effect on that guy near the end. I really thought the summons were doing all the work.
Well, I'm sure the summons were...
Oh?
This particular devorator probably hailed from the same era as the hunt. The names you recited all belonged to the bravest hunters. Countless monsters fell to their blades. That's likely why the devorator visibly reacted when you said them out loud.
Robin character comment decker. Who's Robin? Say what? Wow.
So the names held the power.
Navia. Everything you said during your summon.
Huh? Oh, I meant what I said.
I really appreciated those words.
All right, all right. Anyway, let's not talk about that anymore.
Sino nga ba si Pontanilla? Ang pangalan nun?
I should probably head back as well.
Petronilla.
This story was truly incredible. I might have to spend the whole night telling my siblings all about...
Traveler. Should your name and deeds be forgotten, what do you think the significance of your journey?
I suppose the significance would be the journey itself and the world we helped create. There's still value in the time I shared with everyone here, in the things we were able to accomplish.
A great answer. I'll remember it. Me, the Marashose hunter, says nothing in response to that question. Perhaps her answer lies in her silence. An unspoken vow left to echo through the night. The path she...
Nice. Oh, may memo ano tayo? We just got a remembrance. Saan yun? Ah, ito. Oh. Name, Clarant, Game Master. Navia. Farina. Siguro iba yung ano nito kapag lahat kami may summon, lahat no. Nice. Yan tayong remembrance from the quest. Ito rin content updated. What? Oh! OMG, di ko nakuha yung iba.
A word of advice.
What? Kailan ito nagkakagaganto? Oh, may ganun, easy.
Don't break the law. Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law.
What the? Wala tayo makababa. Dagat ay basang-basa, kahit narating darandara. Kita ba tinatala? So, dapat nag-start na ako mag-farm for Farina, you know? Next sa susunod na mga reset ng ano natin. Pero stop stream muna tayo mga guys. Thank you po sa inyo. Ganda rin yung quest ni Clorand. Bye bye.